Hi everyone, Andrew here for ABELI Reviews, and we're doing another ship build. This time we are talking about the Fer-de-Lance, specifically mine. And I've named mine the sword. So my anaconda is the castle. My Fer-de-Lance is the sword. Stay tuned to figure out what the next ones are all named. But overall, I really do like this ship. I think it is a cool ship. It's kind of like I would imagine owning a really high-end racing car. It probably is not practical as a daily driver. It's probably not practical for getting the groceries. It's good at one thing and one thing only, and that's combat. And I really do feel the way that I built my particular ship, that's exactly the case. It's pretty impractical for just about anything other than combat. Its jump range is atrocious. There's this silly looking, brace in the kind of middle center of your screen, because if you sit here and kind of look at the cockpit, it's not centered in the ship for whatever crazy reason. I don't know why. I don't know why they didn't put the seat in the center of the ship. But my goodness, it's a cool ship, and I adore it so much. I almost called it the Batmobile because of how Batmobile-y it looks. I mean, I think you could call it the Space Batmobile and feel pretty confident about that decision. I even went all black with mine and these kind of cool yellow, Batman yellow, if you will. It's just a fierce looking ship, and it really tickles me every time I get a chance to use it. But enough about that. This is a pre-engineered Fer-de-Lance, so everything you see here has just all the best stock stuff you can get from my perspective of my gameplay and all the fun stuff that I do. So let's take a peek at it real quick. We go to the outfitting. Under hard points, you can see here I used the class 4A pulse laser on the bottom. Pulse class 2 pulse laser for the side and the side. So we have basically 3 lasers, all pulse. And then we get into multi-cannon on these sort of wings on the side of it. I am typically a beam laser person, but I really did like the pulse lasers for this one. I thought it was kind of fun. And they had some pretty good damage. So that was kind of the intention there. I wasn't really digging just the beam laser this time, because the best it was really doing was like a 2D, and I didn't like the damage output. So this time we have pulse, which is cool. It's still fun. When we get into our utilities, all my utility mounts are shield boosters, the whole thing, and that's very intentional. I want this thing to hold up as best it can. Now that they eat up so much power, but from my perspective, I think this is perfect for what I use this thing for. Basically, what I do is I use one of my other ships, go to a far off distance, and then I ship this one here. Yeah, I said that right. I bring this one via shipping, UPS, to take care of it, but that's okay. Super fun. We get to those core internals. You've seen my other ships, then you would probably not be terribly surprised for some of this. I like that reactive surface composite. I think having that extra hull boost, that kinetic resistance, that explosive resistance is key. Thermal I try to counter with shield boosters and just using, the other things to kind of protect me. You get to that power plant, top tier, 6A in that class. Same thing for thrusters, 5A. Frame shift drive is the 4A. So basically everything you can do for the best version pre-engineered, I make sure to do that. Same deal. Life support, I always recommend it. 25, you never know. Power distributor, same thing. Sensors, and then of course the standard fuel tank. And my goodness, 8 tons? It can't even last a handful of jumps. You jump twice, you're already out of gas. You're gonna have to call the fuel rats to come help. When we get to our optional stuff, this is where I sort of prioritize my play style and the things that I do. This thing doesn't have a lot of options. It's not a big ship, but it does work. Got that 5A shield generator, hull reinforcement at the class 4D, module reinforcement as well. You can see here, fuel scoop. I have said this in other videos. You should always have a fuel scoop. It's your spare tire. That's what it is. It is a spare tire. Something happens, you need a way to get home. Advanced docking computer, super cruise assist, and of course, advanced planetary approach. Advanced docking computer, I for one, I don't get as excited for manually docking. I think it's fantastic that you can have the computer launch and land, and then you can have fun doing the things you want to do. So I always do that. And then, of course, the Super Cruise Assist, going in straight lines, doesn't really do it for me. So I appreciate having the ship kind of get around those things and do it for me. So I find those as two very key options. No vehicle bays. This thing is just it. It does one thing, and it does it very well. I adore this ship. The overall, I don't know if I've said this, the overall rebuy cost for my particular Fer-de-Lance all spec'd out is just around 10 million, so not terrible when it comes to what I'm sure many other commanders out there use, but still a pretty penny if it were to blow up. I hope this was helpful. I hope you found this interesting. If you have any questions about my ship, about your ship, if you have suggestions, you're like, hey, why'd you do this? Let me know. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot. We're not done. I need to show you how I did the modules. Well, either way, I hope you guys can give some feedback. But really cool about this ship and all the settings, even with all the shield boosters, you can see here, I am just 1% over 100% usage. So I really didn't have to do all that much in terms of module management. The only thing I did deal with is, as you can see here, my Super Cruise Assist, my Fuel Scoop, those are all at 4. And that's it. When this thing turns on, those bad boys turn off. That's it. Everybody else gets to work just fine. No problems at all. And I really do like that. I think it's nice when things just work and you don't really have to do much management. Kind of makes just life easier. Sorry about that. It was kind of a simple thing, so I didn't think it was kind of slipped my mind. If you have any questions, please feel free to throw them in the comments. If you have suggestions, absolutely, please, please, please put those in the comments. I've learned so much already from this community of just so many lovely people on YouTube, so many people that play Elite Dangerous. This has been fantastic for me. As someone that pretty much played by themselves for years in this game and then stopped, and now I'm just getting back into it, it was exciting to see that there's such a welcoming group of people out there. So again, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.